Oh my God. No, absolutely
Why do you
not.
think that was a good idea?
I don't know. Dating apps suck. I mean, most of the people on here like aren't even looking for a serious relationship, and like, how am I supposed to get to know someone from just like looking at their profile or looking at a few messages, you know? Like, people think there's so many options out there that they don't even take the time to like get to know the person that's right in front of them. When you're dating someone, like, you're supposed to be putting in effort to making a good impression, treating each other well, communicating, learning more about each other. You know, it's kind of like going for a job interview, a first date. Don't you think, Cora?
It's actually so funny you mentioned that, Riley. You don't use TikTok, but there's a trend going on right now being popularized by a bunch of influencers, encouraging people to do exactly that. Treat looking for a date like applying for a job.
Really?
Yeah, people go all in on that idea. They post what they're looking for in a partner.
Okay.
People write entire cover letters on why they'd be a good match. They interview them and then they call their friends and past partners as references.
That's quite something.
Yeah, actually, you know, my friend Isabella is doing that right now to look for a boyfriend. You know what? I think you should try doing that. Let's find you a good Toronto man's.
You know what? Maybe I should.
Make sure that you highlight in your cover letter the parts of you that you believe your prospective date is looking for, all right? Also, you want to add a paragraph or two about what makes you unique. You do not want to be a carbon copy of your partner. Do not be another brick in the wall, all right, boy? Yes, you.
I was just wondering, is it bad if you've never dated anyone? I'm asking for a friend.
Yes, well, it depends. If you're in your late 20s or 30s, which obviously you're not, then yes, it would be. But right now, I think the most important thing is whether you're compatible with your prospective date. Having a good relationship with your family, friends, people you interact with, and stuff along those lines, right? You.
What if you've had a lot of relationships?
Well, that may not be the best thing. It could signal you are unable to commit. It could also signal that you seem nice at first and then your true colors are revealed later in the relationship, right? So that's not the ideal situation. It's important to realize that when you are interviewing the other person, they are also interviewing you. So the most important thing is to be yourself. Authenticity matters.
Well, hypothetically, what if you're just authentically a bad person?
If you want to get a date after the interview, you have to behave well, right? It's also impossible to fake your personality for more than just a few months. If being an a-hole is genuinely a non-negotiable part of your personality, you really have to consider if you should apply to date somebody who's looking for different things. You know, it's better to date somebody that's compatible with you and also an a-hole than to try to have a facade and date somebody who is uncompatible with you only for it to end in heartbreak a few months later. If you do well in the interview, usually you'll be contacted for an in-person date. Now, it's very important that you dress well, be on time, and pay. Okay, that concludes today's information session, boys. I will be hosting another information session in July, and there we'll be covering what to do when you meet your partner's parents for the first time. Until then, good luck on all of your interviews, and if you need any help and support in your interview and cover letter prep, my team is here to support you, all right?
What an interesting session. Hey, Cora.
Oh, hey, Kaden. Long time no see. How you been?
Good. I just got back from that date interview prep session. I met Charlie there.
Oh, that's nice. Nice to meet you, Charlie.
Nice to meet you too.
So, you have a date interview coming up?
Yeah, I just got an interview offer from your friend Isabella.
Oh, congratulations. Isabella's a great girl, and like I said before, I think you two would be a great match.
What about you? Are you looking for someone through this process as well?
No, I'm helping my friend Riley interview some guys this weekend.
Oh, Riley? I actually have an interview with her.
Oh, that's nice.
Actually, do you think you could give me some tips for the interview? I don't know if that's proper. I'm just really new to all this. And unlike some people, I didn't lie about my past relationship experience.
Didn't you say it was for a friend, though?
Yeah, but shut up.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. I have to go run to meet some friends right now, but later tonight?
That would be perfect, yeah. You can get my number from him. But it was really nice to meet you.
Okay, talk to you later.
All right, see you later, man. Take care.
So, can you help me practice for the interview with Isabella?
Yeah, sure. I'll text you my schedule.
Cool. One more thing. Isabella's open to having sex on the first date, right?
Yeah.
I haven't had sex in, well, ever. So could I possibly, could I practice with you?
This is like the plot of a rom-com.
All right, first question. Tell me something about yourself that's not on your resume.
Well, favorite food? That's a good one. My favorite dinner food is steak, definitely. But my favorite food overall is chocolate strawberries. Oh, both amazing separately. Terrible together, though. But I'm sure that wouldn't be the case for you and me.
First question. Tell me something about yourself that's not on your resume.
Yeah, well, my best friend and I, we have this tradition where every year we walk from downtown Toronto back to our home in Oakville. The farthest we've gone was last summer, where we went all the way to Clarkson Go, and we were walking and jogging for 8 hours straight, with breaks in between.
Wow, you must have some pretty strong legs. I mean, do you do exercise like that often?
Yeah, I love working out. I really, especially like going for a nice stroll in the evening after dinner, if the weather is nice in the summer.
Imagine you and Riley move in together and you discover she's messier than you expected, she sleeps with a white noise machine, and her cat keeps you up at night. What do you do?
Obviously, good sleep is important, so I'm sure we could find a way to make us both comfortable, but hey, at the end of the day, separate bedrooms isn't a deal breaker. Cleanliness is important too, and you know, you want everyone to be comfortable, especially in the shared spaces, but everyone's gonna have personal space in the house, and that can look however you like, within reason. As for the cat, I'm sure I could get used to the cat.
I mean, living together is all about compromises, right? Although if the differences are too big, then it's probably not going to work out. You know, it is what it is and all that.
Would you pass on a promotion to maintain work-life balance?
Well, I mean, the first thing I'd do is talk about it with my partner. I feel like that's a discussion to have together because it depends on what stage we're at in our life and our careers. I mean, if I'm younger, maybe in like my 20s, I'd probably consider the promotion, you know? Especially if we could combine our doctor and lawyer salaries, you know? We'd be making more money that way, and that could be an investment in the long-term nature of our relationship.
Look, I take my work-life balance very seriously, you know? I mean, if I'm already financially stable enough to support the lifestyle I want, then yeah, I'm probably going to pass on that promotion if it means I wouldn't have the time to focus on my hobbies anymore, or on my friends and family either.
No phone or Wi-Fi for a day. What do you do?
Ooh, well, I'd probably take a trip down to visit the art museum or work on perfecting my latte art.
Ooh, what kind of art do you like? I mean in a gallery. I mean, not not in coffee.
Yes, of course. Well, I'm a big fan of the Renaissance era, the Baroque period. I like realism. I find that abstract art is just not as visually appealing to me. Modern art is just less sophisticated usually, and I like a really detailed painting.
I'd spend the day catching up on reading light novels or taking a nap.
What are light novels?
Oh, they're like novels, but they're shorter, and a lot of them are young adult fiction from Japan.
Okay. All right. Last question. Would you still love me if I were a worm?
Of course I'd still love you if you were a worm, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a strange scenario, but I'd make sure to take care of you. I'd build you a little terrarium, fill it with dirt, water you every day. But honestly, if you were a worm, then the best case scenario would be that I was a worm too, so we could live out our little wormy lives together.
A worm, huh? That seems a lot more irreconcilable than the previous scenario where we move in together, so no, that would be more of a deal breaker.
What do you think? Okay. Both of them gave really well-rounded and articulated and reasonable answers to my questions, but I think that Charlie's align more with what I'm looking for. You know, we have like more complementary goals and interests, and you know, he seems more willing to work things out if differences might arise. But you know, Patrick being clear about what he's looking for and that things might not work if I don't fit that mold, that's respectable too.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said.
Did Charlie ask you for tips for this interview?
Yeah, but I think it's good that he wanted to learn more about you to know how to be a good partner to you.
That's fair.
And his favorite food is steak. Okay, so you won't have any arguments over dinner.
Okay, that's true.
I think they're both good men, but yeah, Charlie's the better candidate.
I agree. I think I'll give him a call for a date.
Okay.
Oh. Sorry. Hello? Oh, hey, Isabella. Yeah. Cora told me that you're interviewing guys to find a partner. Aw, my ex-boyfriend Travis applied? Yeah, I can tell you about our relationship. This was a really fun day. Thank you for spending it with me.
Yeah, I'm glad. I I had a really nice time too. I'm glad you called.
You know, you're a really great guy, and, you know, I would love to spend some more time with you.
Awesome. Wait, is that an official offer to be my girlfriend?
Yes, it is, sir. I am extending you an official offer to be my boyfriend. Don't worry, it's not fixed term. It's indefinite.
For sure.
Terminable with just cause, of course, and
course.
with no notice. Would you like some time to consider the offer?
Absolutely. I think I should look around at my other options. If you don't hear back from me in 2 to 3 business days,
They'll have
I
moved on by
understand.
then?
If you have to
Okay.
extend the offer to other applicants.
I get it.